The most passionate and thrilling sex experience. I've had 3 particularly exciting experiences. The first was when I was in college. At night, in an empty classroom in the school building, we locked both doors and turned off the lights. I leaned against the window, no foreplay, and right outside the window was the main road of the campus, with lots of students passing by. Watching them made it feel so thrilling, and I climaxed very quickly. The second time was at the beach. Since I can't really swim, my boyfriend was with me the whole time. In the sea, I was wearing a swimsuit, wrapping my legs around his waist as we played together in the water, and my boyfriend actually got aroused. With the waves moving around us, my boyfriend held me up, and we did it right there. It didn't feel very healthy, so we only did it once, but it was really exciting. The third time was in the office. My boyfriend was working overtime on the weekend and asked me to wait for him there so we could have dinner together. When I arrived, I happened to see his other colleagues leaving, so he was the only one left in the office. When I entered his office, he told me to lock the door behind me, then smiled at me. I immediately understood what he was thinking. He had always wanted to do it in the office. Taking advantage of the dark night, we tried it once on the office sofa. It felt pretty exciting at the time, and I was nervous that his colleagues might come back unexpectedly. So, have you ever had sex outdoors? Unforgettable, passionate pleasure often happens at the most thrilling moments. In the bright spring and summer, going outdoors can be about more than just bringing a snack for a picnic. Couples should also look for a bit of excitement and change of scenery when it comes to sex. Here are some of the most common, most hidden, and also relatively safe outdoor places for having sex, along with detailed guidelines. Step outside and experience a different kind of sex. The wilderness, real wilderness. If you get the chance, everyone should try the purest, most authentic outdoor sex at least once in their life. Truly using the sky as your blanket and the earth as your bed, not only will your body feel pleasure, but the boundless space will also bring you a whole new spiritual experience. Bring a tent and sleeping bag and hike out to a secluded spot among green mountains and clear waters. Observe your surroundings carefully, and once you're sure there's no one around, you can get started. If you're bold enough, you can even set up in broad daylight. Trust me, this is a completely different experience from doing it at night. If conditions are limited, even a secluded park grove during a group trip can be an alternative. Remember to bring a sheet or sleeping bag to lay underneath you, unless you think direct contact with the earth is also a great experience. And don't forget insect repellent. It's a real mood killer to be bothered by little things like that in the heat of the moment. If you're discovered at night in the wild and someone approaches, the best thing to do is stay still and hidden. They're probably not coming for you anyway. If it's during the day, the best strategy is to make a quick getaway. You're hidden, they're out in the open. There's no way you should let a stranger get close enough to catch you in the act. The company rooftop or the stairwell office are good spots, and the best time is after work, though during work hours isn't out of the question either. Having sex at the office really isn't my thing, since I'm not into mixing business with pleasure. The only reason it makes the list is because it's just so convenient, and honestly, it's safer than places like fitting rooms. Just imagine it. While others are just taking a break, you're enjoying a sex break. Now that's a real sense of superiority. A dark stairwell. One moment you're having a serious conversation with a client or colleague, and the next you're indulging in a secret pleasure. This kind of thing isn't just something out of Japanese erotica. A word of caution. Take off as little as possible. Sometimes doing things through your clothes can actually be even more exciting. You can be a bit more relaxed with noise control than you would be in a mall fitting room. Just loosen up a little, but don't go overboard. After all, it's still a public place. This is suitable for couples who work in the same building. If you get caught, well, in theory, in a narrow and quiet stairwell, you can actually hear footsteps from several floors away. Don't hesitate, start talking loudly, or better yet, have an argument. Quarrel about trivial family matters while you both tidy up your clothes. Trust me, when people hear others arguing about household issues, no one will want to come any closer. As for movie theatres, it's best to choose one that isn't very popular. Go at suitable times, like early morning on a weekday or a midnight screening of a non-blockbuster film. In the darkness of a movie theatre, you get the illusion of being hidden among the crowd, and the massive screen's audio-visual effects add to the experience. The only reason it doesn't get a 5-star rating is that it's too restrictive when it comes to positions. Before 10 o'clock, the theatre is almost deserted. If you're lucky, you might even have the whole place to yourselves. Pick a movie you both like, preferably one with erotic or sensual scenes. Of course, if you have more unconventional tastes, you could also go for something like The Revenant or Sadako vs. Kayako, something along those lines. Amid all the blood and horror, getting intimate must have a unique flavor of its own. The environment of a movie theatre means you hardly need to worry about anything. If you really must take precautions, just pick the 2 seats farthest from everyone else. The couple seats in the back corner are definitely the top choice. If you still get caught in a movie theatre, then you really are just unlucky. Girls might as well lean into the guy's arms, and as long as you both act natural in your seats, no one can really tell whether your clothes are tidy or not. For now, just focus your attention back on the screen. If the annoying people turn away, you can continue later. Car sex. Well, it's just car sex. The prerequisite is that you need to have a car and the right timing, a dark, windy night. Just kidding. As long as there's no one around, you're good to go. If there's no one, you can go ahead and have sex. Whether in movies or in real life, car sex is extremely popular, probably because it's convenient, exciting, and economical. In reality, though, it's actually quite lacking in comfort, and not all that thrilling either. Compared to its reputation, it's a bit disappointing. But then again, it's really just that the expectations are set too high. Late at night, a car is parked on a secluded side street. He gets out from the front door, then gets back in through the rear door, and then, well, the car starts rocking. I'll leave the rest to your imagination. Keep in mind, choosing where to park is really important. If it's too busy, you risk being watched. If it's too deserted, you risk getting robbed. Besides making sure your car windows are one-way tinted, you also need to make sure the windshield is facing a wall corner or some cover like bushes. Putting on a free live show for others is definitely not a pleasant experience. Remember, never park in a garage or any enclosed space with the heater on. You could suffocate from lack of oxygen. The suitable positions, missionary and doggy style. If you get caught, being discovered having car sex is actually the easiest situation to handle. Turn on the car's interior lights so you can calmly clean up the scene. Guys, show off your agility. Just climb from the back seat to the front, start the engine, and unlock the doors. After all, no one knows who you are.